Hello and welcome. So I'm going to take a look at the Observer's Everyman crossword, and this is the one being published on Sunday the 11th of May 2025. Now I've just had a big old struggle to get my screen set up and recording, so I had a little test save, but I haven't actually looked at any of the clues other than one keeps on staring at me, but I haven't really taken any note of what it says. Um, I'm hoping for it. As ever, I will publish this a week later because I think there's still a prize attached to it in the on the paper version or something. I'm not quite sure. Um, so, I mean, at the moment it's not ticking up on the timer, but I think it does record. I hope it does record. I'm hoping for a better result than last week, which took me almost an hour last week. So I've gone and made a new cup of tea. I've been to the toilet. I've had a chocolate bar for some energy. I've put on a warm jumper in case I'm still here in winter. But hopefully none of those things will apply. So I'm just going to, well, I'm going to check as best I can that I'm recording, which I seem to be. I'm going to reset the timer and start. Start again. There we go. So some disrupt a keynoter's understanding. That's normally a tacky. That's ruptack. Uptake. There we are. There we go. After reflection, stop accommodating pilots. Sober to blame. Well, don't know about that. Failing that is here to initially worry about. Worry is to care. Failing. Okay. Green Day's Forerunner approaching. Did you say? Green Day's Forerunner. So did you say suggest it's a sound like Forerunner? Green. Amid clamour, retro adds I scorn. Is that just a hidden word backwards? I scorn. Or is that an anagram of adds I scorn? Retro adds I scorn. Rock. Amid clamour. Horned God. It's probably Pan, isn't it? With hunger to demonstrate swagger. Hunger is to yearn, is urge to demonstrate swagger is panache, panache, I suppose. Seems reasonable. Doc charged with ear, nose and throat. Hospitals left. Enthrall. Left decongestion. Doc charged. Is that menthol? M for doc. Menthos, I think that is actually. Ear, nose, throat. Hospitals left. Menthol. Oh, MO. Yeah, MO with the other bits. Okay. Carries and plays donkey game again. Carries. Carries. Bears plays donkey game. Could be an anagram of donkey. Or carries, I suppose. Again, would normally suggest a re, but I can't think of it. That could be a re. What have I got left? Recarries. Recarries. I'll leave that re for now. I'm not sure about that. Heard in Australia. Oh no, gosh, it comes to sound like. Folk related to His Holiness. So I think holiness is the Pope, isn't it? So folk related, heard in Australia. Aussies. Don't know. Cut off heavy drinker. Perhaps it's a sign. That feels like it ought to be one of the signs of the zodiac or something. Heavy drinker is a toper, maybe, or a sot, but cut off would be to, or an omen, maybe. Perhaps it's a sign. Okay, concerning situation re, monarch's demand. Concerning situation, monarch's demand is king's ransom, king's to ask for, queen, king, queen. Unless we've got an anagram of situation monarchs there somehow. Lethargy, lethargic to some extent, could be a hidden word. Argyle is, I saw the word socks at the end pattern on socks, and argyle is a hidden word. An unexciting bottom entertained in course of empty day. In course of empty day. Unexciting. Bottom is rear, dreary, yeah, dreary, okay. Rear going into dy. Easy. Easy, he says. China grows. Upper bounds showing value of money. I would have thought value of money was something about paper on paper. China ing. I think there is probably a double. I think there's enough letters there. China grows. Well, let's see what we've got. CHINAGROWS UPPER. Upper. I think it's an anagram of China grows upper. I don't know what it is, but let's find out. China grows. See what I've got left if I put paper in there. Take those out. Oh, I've put upper. Upper EUR now. So paper and ing going. Paper's got. I haven't got enough P's, so it can't be upper. Value money. Let's go on. Street paved with gold, bearing up somewhere in Central Europe. So Austria, AUST, Ria, air is bearing up. Okay, that's a nice clue. I'm alone. To regrettably become het up. I'm alone is. Again, that looks like that's just an anagram of I'm alone too, isn't it? Become het up is N. Not enraged. N. I'll come back to that. See what we can get later. What may follow? Cut meat prepared for sandwiches. Spam and ham. Cut. What may follow? Cut. Meat prepared. Okay, wait, that's just an anagram. Meat. No. Location encompassing Beirut, a nation originally native. Oh, okay, so it's just a Lebanon. Brilliant. Midnight. Time with which cat may be familiar. The witching hour, I suppose. Last week we had about spells, or a couple of weeks ago we had spells. I don't quite know what that's. The witching hour is midnight. Time is. I don't know, I'll come back to that. I'll decode it later. Grasp where your luggage will be stowed. Sorry. Grasp. Grip. Hand to hand. Yeah, I think. Not sure about that. Grip. I have a feeling it's grip, but destroying blues regularly. Footballers' games. Destroying blues regularly. Well, blues regularly is LE. Games. Footballers. Not sure about that. Let's continue on down. I'll come back to that. Across in a minute. Depicted as predatory savage. Predatory is 9 letters. Depicted as pictured. Could it really be pictured if it's depicted as? Sure about that. I mean, it has got an E T at the end as well. Pictured would fit. No, it wouldn't. Pictured wouldn't fit. Portrayed is an anagram of predatory. I feel like I've seen that recently somewhere. Sulking. Everyman's taking on work. Mope. Okay. Like uplands, high, welcoming Sherpa thither. Ultimately, so put an A gar in there. Is that right? That's me. What? Like uplands, highway. Sherpa A R. Where's the Y coming from? Whew. Welcoming could be high, I suppose. Higher. That's me. Higher. So A for Sherpa. What is it? More than. What is it? R. But ultimately, that's me. So I would have thought they'd be high. But where the Y is coming from in this clue, I'm not sure. I'll leave it like that for now, but not very convinced. I butter up presenting ode. I mean, my thinking is preserve or something there. Presenting ode, which is a verse, isn't it? I butter up. But if you butter someone up, I don't know the word of that YO bit there. YRO. Right, part of I raised to access virtual assistant. Okay, so is this one of the names of the virtual Siri? Yeah, Siri. Iris. Okay. Is that all the downs? No, got guard stall. That's just double F. Guard stall would be. Stall would be a stand. Doesn't fit though. Okay, well there we go. That wasn't too bad as first looks go. Sober to blame. It's going to be an able, isn't it? Or able. Sober. Not sure. This one, failing that is here. Failing that is here to initially worry about. This is Green Day's naive is green, isn't it? Footballer? Pele? Yeah, games is PE and LE. Okay, nice. Nice little one there. Amid clamour, retro adds I. If it's retro adds, it's STI, isn't it? Have I got an S in there? Yeah, I've got a. In my China grows, whatever. I've got to rewrite out that anagram now, unfortunately, because I decided it isn't paper down there. Let's go down, actually. So amid clamour is retro adds I scorn. Might even be I there, which is to disdain, which is clamour is a din. There we are. Okay. Oh, what's this? Grid? Grasp, where your luggage will be stowed. Hold. Okay, that's simple. Failing that is here to. There's my O for initially. Worry about. Over. Failing. That is here to. That is IE. Cool. Okay, let's have a look at this one. China grows upper. Value money is not going to come to me there. Let's look at this one. Heard in Australia, folk related to His Holiness. That's something to do with the Pope then, is it? Pope. But I've got an extra letter. That doesn't really work. What's this? Cut off heavy. Drinker, perhaps it's a sign. Harbinger. I don't quite know why that's Harbinger at the moment, but Binger is obviously a heavy drinker, and heavy is hard, I suppose. Okay, let's take that out. Oh, not that, sorry. Let's take these letters out here from verse. What's this? Ah, okay. You too. Concerning situation. I haven't even thought about what the rhyming pair would be, but that's the witching hour. Witching hour something flower. Value of money is flower, clower, power, buying power. Some kind of power, isn't it? And there's my Pope. There's my Pope really trying to get in there, but heard in Australia, Pope. Popey. Popey? Poppy? Purchasing power. Purchasing power. Witching hour. I think that's right. This would be other. Failing that is here. Otherwise. Failing that. Okay, so there's an anagram, isn't there, of other wise, I think. That's right. I can't quite see it. Yeah, is here with a W in it and T over to. Okay. This has got. I've got the end there from I'm alone too. So that isn't. Become head up is M. Now that anagram I've got to write down now. The days of the Guardian's anagram helper. Maybe the only thing. It's quite nice to have that, but I could do them on paper. Well, I can't do them at all, but if I've got a chance to do them, I can try them on paper. RINL. Hang on. There's no R. Oh, it's an E. Where did I get an E? My brain was thinking about regrettably E. INL. Oh. I've got two O's. Two O's and a T. It's emotional. Okay. Well, emotional. What's this? Sober. To blame. Responsible. Ah, clever. Nice. Responsible. Yeah, I like that one. Actually, what's this? Passe? Paste? What may follow? Cut meat. Yeah, paste. Meat paste. What may follow? Prepared for sandwiches. Don't fully understand that, but I will come back to it. Okay. 15 minutes so far. Okay, this is what I like from a from an everyman, and that actually does fit the anagram I was looking at on carries, wasn't it? Well, I think it does. Carries. CARRIES. If it's plays donkey game again. Reasses. Maybe that isn't. Maybe that just seems a bit too not easy, but a bit unlikely. Is just leaves me a CAR. Car. Recares. Acres. Reakis. I don't think so. So I don't think that is an anagram, but plays donkey game again. What's donkey? Eels. Eel. Okay, so this is. Sure, the monarch's demand is you. We. Concerning situation is a 3 and 2. That surely has to be you, doesn't it? We wish you to, or something. Wish with guard. Okay, guard stall is guard is okay, interesting one. Yeah. This one. Oh. Plays donkey game again. Sure, that's and then donkeys are asses. Carries mains. Carries. I don't think. And this one was I butter up. I butter. Is that just an anagram of I butter? Yeah, I think it's tribute. Okay. And there's me you. Presenting. Oh yeah. Retries. I'm not sure why that's retry. Carries. Plays donkey game again. Retries. Recries. Why would that be retries? That must be so or two, wasn't it? Two. Concerning situation. Their demand is I wish you to do this. I'd say that now because I don't like retails. Retails? Pin the tail on the donkey. Yeah. Retails, not a word I'm familiar with in terms of what it means in that clue. Um, heard in Australia, popey, popey, pope, popes, pops, popes. Oh, so these last three then, really. Like uplands. Well, uplands are high, but I can't see that being a that. Welcoming Sherpa thither. Is that just an anagram of Sherpa? No, where's the Y coming from? I don't get it. Concerning situation is... And Mark's demand is... something like, yeah, it's not, but will be you too. What's like will be, will she? So what's a gardener stall? Gardener stall are halve is the only word I'm going through there. Hoard. Hoard is to guard. Stall. Don't think so. Well, I'm going to just put the video on pause, the recording on pause while I have a think to myself. Okay, I've had a little look at this and I've realised that I was trying to put a hedge in there. I don't have hedges guard stall, but what I did realise is this is what do you do? Yeah, so the concerning situation is a situation you go, what do we do? And the monarch, whenever you meet the monarch, you know, what do you do? Is sort of what they say. So a little bit closer. I would have thought that to guard is to hedge, stall, hedge. Yeah, you hedge your bets, so you stall. Which just leaves these two. There's my AR from Sherpa. Sherpa thither. Ultimately, that's me. I still don't know what this is. Popey. I said, didn't I? Popey. I don't really poppy. Heard in Australia. Popey. Oz. Popoz. Popo. Pom. Pommy. Hungry. The sunny uplands. Uplit, sunny uplands. Like uplands. Kind of high. Feels like the right word there. And welcoming is. Okay, so I need a word meaning uplands to put in the AR. Like uplands, actually, it's hilly. Hillary. Shepherd Tenzing and Hillary. Which means that's what? Popul? Popple? Popal? Popal. Papal. 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 Oh gosh, it's a very bad sound alike. There we go, right. So there we are, all done. I'm sure there's a button here somewhere that allows me to submit this, I can't remember. I can't remember how to do that. Doesn't it actually, or does it just automatically pop up? I can't remember. In which case, have I got one that's wrong? Retails. Retails would be the carries. Retails. I don't know. I'm a bit confused now as to whether I've just done it all or not. I'm sure last week it just finished on me when it was happy that I'd done it all. Just checking my recording is still happening. So it's about 26 minutes. Oh, it's 27 now. It's stopped. Oh no, that's because I've gone off. Okay. I started again now. I'm just wondering if there's a wrong answer here. Let's go through it and see what I can get. So sum is your classic. Oh, here again. Sum is your classic hidden word indicator. That uptake is a hidden word across disruptor keynoters, and if you're quick on the uptake, you're quick at understanding things. Understanding is uptake. Fair enough. After reflection, stop. So we've got STOP accommodating 51. So LI is 51 in Roman numeral. So L for 50 and 1 is the 151. And aviators are pilots. If you're sober, then you're responsible, and if you're to blame, you might be responsible. Fair enough. Failing that, I believe, is the definition for otherwise, and is here too is an anagram of otherwise, but we also need to put initially W for worry, so a W in there. So I think that works. Is here too. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, is here too. I think works on it, don't I? Green Day's forerunner. So green is naive. Day's forerunner approaching. Did you see? Say naive. Okay. Yeah. So the day before day before a fall. The day. What comes before a day is the eve, and it's nigh. So yeah, I think Christmas Eve comes before Christmas Day. So the eve is nigh. Naive. Did you say? Does it sound like that? What do we got here? A mid-clamour. So a clamour is a din, and we've got retro ads. I. So we've got ads reversed and then an I put in there. And that gives you scorn, which is disdain. Horned god is Pan, and hunger, if you've got hunger, you've got an ache, and to demonstrate swagger is panache. What we've got here, doc. So doc is MO, medical officer. Charged with meaning filled with ear, nose and throat. So the ear, nose and throat department is known as the ENT, and it happens to be in the hospital, which is an H, and an L on the end makes it menthol, which is decongestant. Carries, retails, and plays donkey game again. Well, I'm pretty certain that's retails. You play the donkey, you pin the tail on the donkey, so you're putting the tail on again. Carries, retails. I mean, that's a possibly wrong answer, but I don't know what it would be otherwise. Retails. It's like retails in the shops. Is that carries? Don't know. Don't know what's going on there. Maybe that's my wrong answer. Right, let's go on to heard in Australia folk. So a very dodgy Australian accent for folk would say, "There's papal over there, mate. Papal." And related to His Holiness is papal. I'm assuming that's spelled with 2 A's. Cut off heavy. HAR. I think heavy is hard. And so take the D off of hard gives you har. And then a drinker is a binger. Perhaps it's a sign, and a harbinger is a sign. That much I do know. A harbinger is definitely a sign. Let's go on to what's next. I can just tab, can't I? So concerning situation. Well, if you're not sure, if you get into a concerning situation, then you say, what do you do? What are we going to do now? And a monarch's demand. Well, when the king meets someone he's never met, his stock line is say, what do you do? Lethargy, lethargic, has the hidden word argyle going across it. To some extent, it's your hidden word indicator, and argyle is that kind of diamond pattern you see on jumpers and socks, mainly worn by golfers, I think, probably. Unexciting is dreary. Bottom is a rear. Entertained is saying it's put into the course of, so put it into empty day, so dy for day. Empty it out, just get rid of the A. Dreary. Right, China growing upper bounds. I need to just double check. I'm pretty certain this is an anagram of China. China grows GROW S, and there's upper left. Yep. Purchasing power. Okay. So that's an anagram of China grows upper. Bounds is apparently your anagram indicator, so shake it all up, jump it up and down. The value of money is purchasing power, which rhymes with the witching hour, which I've got to decode later. What do we got here? A street is ST, paid with gold is AU, and a bearing, if you've got the air of someone, their air or their bearing, so air going upwards. Somewhere in Central Europe, well, Austria is definitely in Central Europe. I'm alone too is an anagram of emotional. Regrettably is your anagram indicator, and to become het up is to become emotional. Right, what may follow? Cut meat prepared for sandwiches. Um, what may follow? Cut meat prepared for sandwiches. Well, I think you put meat. So you put meat paste prepared for sandwiches. Again, that's the one I could possibly have got wrong. I can't quite fully decode the clue other than you get meat paste and you put it in sandwiches. What may follow is paste. I can't think what other word to go there. So I'm going to go with that being paste anyway. Here's the classic Everyman primarily clue. So we've got an acrostic really, or initials of location encompassing Beirut, a nation originally, Natufian or whatever, Natufian. Yeah, Beirut is the capital of Lebanon, and apparently it must have been called Natufian originally. So there's Lebanon. Right, midnight is known as the witching hour. Time with which cat may be familiar. I think it's just a double definition. I think the cat, yeah, cat, a witch's cat, would be familiar with the witching hour. I don't think there's anything more there to that one. To grasp is to hold, and your luggage will be stowed in the hold. That's fair enough. Think of a ship. Footballer, Pelé, the old footballer, World Cup winner with Brazil 3 times. 1958, 62 and 70. Greatest football ever, some would say. Games is PE, as in physical education, and destroying blues regularly gives you the second and fourth letters of blues is LE, sorry, which gives you Pelé. Depicted is portrayed, as predatory is an anagram of portrayed and savages. Your anagram indicator. To mope is to sulk. Sulking, mope. That's not quite the right tense, I said. To sulk is to mope. Everyman is me, so this is his other trademark clue. Me taking on work, so work is an operation, an opus. Like uplands, so uplands are hilly, welcoming. So put into it the A and the R from Sherpa, thither, ultimately, saying take the A and the R, which gives you Hillary. So Edmund Hillary having been the first person to climb Everest with Sherpa Tenzing. Interesting kind of definition for the clue, that's me. I butter up is, well, I butter is an anagram of tribute. Up is your anagram indicator, and if you present a note, then you're making a tribute to someone. Part of the I raise, so we've got an iris going upwards, and Siri coming downwards is one of the virtual assistants you get on your computer and things. And finally, to guard, a guard, I think a hedge is a guard. You put it around your garden, you have a garden to guard things, just getting into it, and to stall is to hedge, like to hedge your bets. So there we go. I think that's all the clues. I don't know if there's anything more I can do about that. I'm not sure if I got one wrong or, because I'm sure it finished automatically last week, so there might be a possibility I've got something wrong there. But anyway, if you can see what I got wrong, let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Okay, I didn't quite go. I paused the video and had a little look at the settings and things to see if there was a way to submit this. I have a feeling that, well, let's just scroll up. There's nothing more up there. I have a feeling that last week it auto submitted, but there were some other buttons up here, a check button and things, and that isn't there this week. Now, given this is only the third week of it being in the Observer, and last week it arrived up very late in the morning. I wonder if that was a mistake last week where it actually completed and checked, and that you could submit it and find out you got it all right. And if it is a prize crossword, as I believe the paper copy is, then that would explain why they've taken those away and therefore why it hasn't completed today. So those are my thoughts. Thanks for watching.